Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm gonna be reacting to Chainsaw Man chapter 147. But like usual, first let's talk about 146. So it starts with Asa, losing one arm because Yoshida cut it, and I'm guessing he went specifically for her arms because he somehow, or not just specifically him, but like public safety, managed to gather information about the way that Asa or Yoru, turn things or people into weapons by touching them. So yeah, Yoshida's like, okay, let's make sure she cannot do that. But then we have him looking regretful, and then he says, "Sorry to do this after you followed my advice." So yeah, he's definitely feeling guilty, even though he's just one guy, so yeah, he wouldn't be able to just stop all of public safety about about what they're trying to do. So he was basically passively trying to help Asa and Denji, and basically keeping them apart because public safety wants Yoru to turn Denji into a weapon. That has been the goal. So for Yoshida, this means that all the warnings, you know, all that he's been working towards ever since part 2 started has been for nothing. And even though I do think that, you know, there was definitely a part of him that, he was like, oh, maybe if I was, more honest or more, uh, you know, something more, I was more active in, letting those two know why I'm doing what I'm doing, and, just, just be more overt with his intentions, basically. And he did try his best, but I'm guessing like there was a part of him also that he was basically like, you know I'm not gonna get too involved in it, but I'll try, because there was just, a defeatist side in him, like just negative thoughts of like, even if I do try harder, it's not gonna amount to anything. After all, like we saw, in Kishibe during part 1, as much as he tried to save um, his buddy Quanxi from being controlled by Makima being defeated, and say, come to our side, come to my side, and we can fight Makima together. Maybe he could have tried harder then, but he just had a leash in him, and he couldn't move, or at least he thought he couldn't move more than he was already doing. So yeah, it's just there's definitely parallels there with Yoshida and Kishibe. But yeah, I feel bad for Yoshida. Like or at least I feel like Asa, even regardless of this, she'll be relatively fine in the long run. Whereas I'm not so sure with Yoshida. Like, yes, people's fear of war is going to rise up, but it's not gonna be immediate. So I am still like 50-50. Like, who's gonna who's gonna have the worst luck between the two of them, as this as chapters go by, at least during this arc between Yoshida and Asa slash Yoru. But yeah, man, Yoshida has been truly misunderstood. But like obviously it was meant to be that way. Like obviously Fujimoto didn't let us know what it exactly was that he was working towards or against. So that when we finally saw it, it was like, oh, damn, okay, I get it now. So yeah, he really, he had good intentions basically. But yeah, now saying that he's been basically forced to take Asa in and just basically participate on this plan of, also Denji being basically used as a weapon for Yoda to use and to, stop the prophecy, but also for Denji to stop being a possible threat to public safety. And Yoshida just hates it, but he's going along with it because what's the point on going against your fate, basically, against something that it seems inevitable. But also just Yoshida having this kind of like, he's he the closest, he's like almost friends with Denji, but not quite. Their relationship is very weird. But like it's definitely like hurting him because the relationship he has with Denji is probably the closest he's ever had to a friendship. So yeah, it's it's tearing him inside because this is the one relationship that it's going to is the one relationship he has in his life. And if Denji finds out, it'll definitely hopefully not, but there's definitely a good chance that it'll ruin it for good. And of course, I do genuinely think that he does feel bad for Asa as a person too. Even if he's not on the same level. There's definitely not on the same level that he views Denji. Just from their early interactions in part 2, I do genuinely think that Yoshida wouldn't want to be doing this to Asa, even if he doesn't know her that well. So yeah, even though it's like 2 pages, there's just so much I wanted to talk about in regards to those two. Technically 3 because Denji is also there. In relationship to those two. But yeah, then we find out about the Justice Devil not really being the one that people have been making contracts with. Or I thought at the very least that the girl in like chapter 98 in Yuko, that they made a contract with the actual Justice Devil. And then, when it was killed during the Falling Devil arc, then the people at the church, they were the ones making the contract with the Fire Devil. But I'm not so sure anymore. It could have been from the very beginning of part 2 that people were making contracts with Fire Devil, thinking it was a Justice Devil. It's hard to say. Yeah, fire. But we don't actually get to see what the Fire Devil looks like. So people are saying that it could be Seiki. Because he looks like Agni from Fire Punch, which I haven't read. I tried to a few years ago, but the first few chapters are just a lot, a lot. So I yeah, I didn't I didn't ever want to continue it. But yeah, then we see a bunch of people getting chainsaws from their head, but it's like half a chainsaw. They're definitely like turning into Chainsaw Man. And I think, yeah, um, Bottom, I think says, yeah, that basically the better, or that the closer they feel their image is to Chainsaw Man, that's, how they'd be able to look closer to the real Chainsaw Man. It's an interesting explanation. But yeah, the more contractors, the stronger their power. So that's why the church was very essential and why they had to gather a lot of followers. Although most of them lose control of themselves, basically turning them into zombies. But they're closer to Chainsaw Man. Why now? And then, yeah, this is specifically, why at this point in time this is happening. And then we get that there were apparently Chainsaw Man churches in China and Canada, which that's damn. They really expanded their hold over people there. So yeah, they had basically mass weddings held, and when you marry someone as a church member, you also enter a contract with the Fire Devil. So now there's 350,000 humans with Fire Devil contracts worldwide. No, not humans, they're all devils now. And then a big ass explosion in a building a few miles away is seen, and then Denji and Fumiko react to it. In half a year, the Great King of Terror will descend. Right, we got a full, tangible mention of the Death Devil. Fami and I, we aim to kill the King thereby saving the human race. Oh, yo, this scene. Great King of Terror, you believe that stupid crap? It is not stupid crap. Ooh, and then the face that Denji makes here. At first, I thought it was just Denji, feeling betrayed. That Naita hadn't been basically, open with him about this information. But it's also just the fact that Naita would know something like this. Because Denji has been trying to shelter her and, not shelter her, but basically give her the life of a normal human girl. And then just all of this has basically come here and crashed that all everything that he knew about what he was, how he was trying to raise her. That's all being shattered. Nayuta was never going to have a normal life, and now he has to face that. Because the one family member that he has, and he couldn't protect them, from. He couldn't keep them in the dark. Instead, it's the other way around. About such brutal matters. But yeah, also this. I mean, I can tell because we're sisters. I don't think this whole time during part 2, Naita has called Denji brother. But just Denji now hears this and he's like, she's calling someone who I don't think he's ever met sister. So that's gotta hurt too. The Great King of Terror is probably coming for real. We know it because she's our oldest sister. The Death Devil. The super duper strongest devil with the name feared most of all. I see now. I know what Femme is trying to do. Her plan to kill the Death Devil. She's gonna make everyone terrified of Chainsaw Man and War to get them both super duper duper strong. So yeah, that's that. This is definitely quite the game changer. But we'll see, because you know this could still be handled. People won't get a big fear of war if we can just shut this down. But it does beg the question though. If we do shut this down, then can Yoru / Asa and Denji defeat the Death Devil without this fear boost? So basically, is it worth it? I'm just remembering when Denji was talking to Yoshida and people were fighting. And he just said, but I like people fighting over me. That came out, yeah. Oof. That's definitely very relevant. Okay, so let's start with chapter 147. And I have seen a few panels of this. So I think I saw Quanxi attacking Barem, and I saw Quanxi biting Fumiko. I don't know if that's supposed to be horny, or is that supposed to be Quanxi like genuinely attacking Fumiko? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. So what's Barem's immediate plan of action here? Chapter title is Cremation. Okay, I mean, Fire Devil and all. Bingo, leave it to the former Makima to figure it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a lot. What? How dare he? Nayuta's just Nayuta, can you not? But also, is that the first time ever someone has called her that? Or has said Makima's name? Like, how much does she know? How much has Denji told her? Because obviously he'd be the only one, if he has to ever told her, this is, who you were in your past life. So you see, Chainsaw Man, we cannot afford to have you chicken out. We need you to go wild like you used to. Yeah, Denji's just looking at him while Barem smiles back. Chainsaw Man has spoken to me with a revelation. Man, shut up. That little girl's a witch? A witch who will one day plunge the world into darkness. Say what? I think they both say that. What is Barem doing? For what purpose? Kill her? And he's pointing at her. I don't understand. Why is she trying to get rid of Nayuta? Huh? But, I mean, I'm guessing he's just targeting Nayuta because, that will make Denji transform. But we see all these chainsaw people charging at them. Oh, and then, yeah, Quanxi shows up. A good thing she was nearby still. No. What? Nayuta and Denji just fall to the ground, but Quanxi is carrying Fumiko? Actually, we don't know who either of their buddies are in public safety. But that's... What? Nayuta's a lady at the very least. You're not gonna help her? more than you already did. Uh-huh. I mean, Quanxi must know that, she's the reincarnation of the control devil, but like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I was about to say, I don't think she's gonna leave her to die. So she's carrying the three of them now, which is a shame. Fumiko should have been left there to die. So they're going away, and here. Okay, what? What is this panel, bro? Quanxi just has we just see, the eye patch covering, the eye that she doesn't have, supposedly. And she's biting Fumiko in, like, the waist. We have the chomp sound effect. What is this, bro? What is this? What is happening? What? Is there no explanation, no context for this panel? Yeah, I guess there isn't, because Quanxi just plops to the ground while still having those three in her arms. Like, what was the point of that? Huh? Quanxi, why? Like, of all girls, why Fumiko? Yeah, just truly, I'm disappointed. Quanxi, I guess, really has no taste. Or hopefully that bite showed her that, yeah. Fumiko's not it, but I doubt it. So, but yeah, when she landed, she broke, I think, both of her legs. But, okay, she just regenerated pretty instantly and didn't seem to drink any blood. But yeah, more chainsaw people are charging at them, and then of course, Quanxi disposes of them, no problem. And she gives Barem quite the stare, or I guess a glare. She's like a manga character come to life. Of course, you gotta have that kind of line. It's interesting though that Quanxi just took those three out of danger, but they didn't actually try to fight Barem. What the hell? What? Oh, so it looks like, I don't know, some regular people trying to fight the chainsaw people? But regardless, we get a panel of a lot of, fire going off in one building, and then a lot of, the chainsaw people that are already dead just being, or maybe not chainsaw people, but just people that have been killed by the chainsaw people are being laid down in the ground. This is a mass devil outbreak. Those who have taken the devil extermination exam, please assist with the suppression efforts. Oh, okay. Interesting. Suppression. Devil extermination exam. Is that like a exam that you take before you become a devil hunter? Is burning the bodies really necessary? I don't know if that's a good idea. Then again, I think only these three were listening to what Barem was saying, so I guess they don't know about the fire devil. As long as they have blood, the suited chainsaw man can revive with one pull of the starter under his chest. Damn, they're that similar? This is the simplest way to get rid of them. Oof, look at Denji's face here. Oof, and one of the people is pointing at him? I know him, he's a chainsaw man wannabe too. What? And then she just goes, "Excuse me?" That's wild. What does this person mean by that? A Chainsaw Man wannabe? I don't know. I I feel like that's supposed to be a comedy moment. Like for a second, you think, oh, does this guy know that Denji is the real deal? The Chainsaw Man himself. But no, Chainsaw Man wannabe. Now I don't know what does this mean, honestly. Since he doesn't look like the Chainsaw people, so yeah, I don't know what this guy is on calling him that. But yeah, okay. Well, this is obviously an arc, so we're gonna be dealing with this, for multiple chapters, but we did not go back to how Yoshida and Asayoru are doing. But I mean, I'm fine with that for the moment. Gotta say though, Barem is definitely an interesting antagonist. And I'm still waiting for Femi's comeback. Like, what the hell is she doing? And where the hell is she? Like, you would think that basically the mastermind of this movement would be somewhere nearby to see that everything is going according to plan, but we haven't gotten even a glimpse of her. But yeah, of course, out of everyone that is not Denji, of course, and public safety, Barem would be the one to verbally point out that or to call Naita former Makima, which I'm guessing Fami has told him that. Otherwise, how would he know? But yeah, I don't think it's something where like Barem has like negative, like a grudge against Makima. I don't think so. Or like there's a practical reason as to why they want Naita gone. Well, there is, but I don't think that's got nothing to do with who she actually is, but more so because of her ties with Denji. A witch who will one day plunge the world into darkness. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not believe what Barem is saying and just, he's just spouting nonsense. Then we get, Quanxi being a badass and taking these three out of, the range of attack from the chainsaw people. It's still so random that panel of Quanxi biting Fumiko. Like, what? Man, Quanxi, I thought you had better taste than this. But, like, the page where Quanxi lands and both of her legs get messed up, that's kind of a fun panel. And then, of course, no reaction to the damage that she takes. But then the next panel, her legs are already fine. And then, boom, gets rid of all the chainsaw people there too. But yeah, I'm still wondering why she didn't try to take out Barem. Considering, all the feats we've seen of Quanxi. it's kind of hard to imagine that Barem would be able to take her one-on-one. So I'm guessing it wasn't an order to defeat him, but then he was gonna be taken in by public safety before all this chaos. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Quanxi knows something about him that we don't know. But yeah, then we get to the end of the chapter, and we see some people that aren't quite devil hunters, but they've taken the devil extermination exam, which I can only guess what it is. And so yeah, all the chainsaw people can also just, do their ripcord thingy, and then they can get back up again, which is wild. But yeah, I don't think fire is actually going to help, considering, the construct with the fire devil. I'm sure that, literal fire gotta be some sort of, gotta be relevant somehow. And then we end the chapter with the Chainsaw Man wannabe. So yeah, I don't really get predictions for next chapter, other than maybe Yoshida with Asa. But other than that, I don't know. Maybe Barem is gonna start being active and trying to hunt Denji and Nayuta, but he just seems more like the guy that just orders people to do things and only attacks himself if there's no one else to order around. But yeah, we'll see. If you enjoyed my reaction to this chapter, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.